Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a great day. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin, kind of see what's going on. Really just a fast little update here regarding earlier today's analysis. The easy way to understand it is that we have more liquidation on the downside that's closer to us, and that's an important thing to kind of recognize. So a lot of liquidation down there below us, but also a ton of liquidation above us. So the truth is when you look at the monthly, it looks pretty crazy, and there's a great chance the price is going to still increase, right? We got to recognize still bullish on Bitcoin. However, we cannot, by any stretch, just get attached to the bias that we're just going to shoot straight up from here. Okay, there's a good chance it will continue a little bit lower. My guess is this 0.5 to 0.382 fib level, possibly even that 58.5 range for that CME gap. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Hope you can learn something today. Let's go ahead and take a quick look here at a few things. Oh, do me a favor, hit the like button. Maybe comment below, let me know your thoughts. Let me know how long you've been watching for, too. Actually, some people, you'd be surprised, they probably got you beat. Some folks have been watching me since like the get-go, literally like the first couple weeks of my channel, which is over 3.5 years ago, so it's really interesting. Either way you look at it, Bitcoin, daily time frame, let's talk about this here. We are still maintaining above the 50-day SMA, but below the 100. Honestly, being above or below both of those isn't super important. It's just kind of a mindset thing, right? If we stay above 50 on the RSI, or sorry, 50 on the SMA, there's a solid chance we're going to see the price action continue higher. Okay. Keep in mind as well, 50 on the RSI is equally as important, and we're still maintaining that like a champ, right? So the price action could even still pull back further, and we'd still be in good shape, right? So please understand, being above or below the 50-day SMA isn't like a crazy thing like, oh my gosh, the sky is falling. It's just kind of a contributing factor, okay? Generally bearish if we're going to close below that. And at this point, it looks like we're trending right at that level. Stochastic's still swinging down. Nothing much here to see on the daily. Roughly the same as before. We are still also above majority of the moving averages here, which is positive. However, we've broken below the 20. Just kind of letting us know that the momentum is shifting. Really, that's pretty obvious, I think. Same thing here with MACD, diverging, nothing too crazy here. Just to quickly note as well, we're staying over 50 on the RSI, so we get a bounce here, and the price action continues further up. That reaffirms that we have a strong support in the range here so far of roughly 63,000. I'm paraphrasing, of course, because it's above and below that, but if the price pulls back any further, we'll see that bounce off of 50, and that would be a positive sign. Again, it's too early to tell in that regard as well. So me personally, I'm still along the mindset of this, head and shoulders pattern, or this, the rising wedge pattern having broken to the downside. There's a chance we're going to see some further downside. Again, a lot of that hinges on the fact that we do have a significant amount of CME gap on CME futures there. That's a pretty substantial number there. Keep in mind, majority of CME gaps get filled. It's not a guarantee as to do it right away, though. You got to keep in mind, it doesn't just pull right down because of that. I think there's some contributing factors that'll take the price down there as well. But for right now, still moderately bearish on the short term, but absolutely bullish on the macro. Again, the reason why I can confidently say I'm bullish on the macro is because we broke this descending trend line. Look at how terrible this was for us. It took a long time to get there, but after we broke out, price just continued up. And the reason why that occurred is because the bears lost their selling pressure. They couldn't sell anymore. They pretty much had nothing left to sell, okay? Again, Germany was selling everything too. There's a lot of little things you can kind of factor in, but nonetheless, hourly time frame does tell us here as well we're still below the cloud, which is also bearish. The lagging span's kind of trying to intersect with the price action, so if we go much higher than this, there's potential for the price action to possibly establish a higher high and higher low. We're going to need to find something like that in order for it to work out that way. Again, we could draw some trend lines here and kind of just anticipate the price action breaking to the upside. Once more, once we break through this little resistance. Different story altogether. For right now, there's mostly bearish signs here. In fact, all three of these are indicating further correction to the downside. So my speculation is that we will see a bit further of a correction. So if you have any longs in altcoins right now, just be very careful doing so. Or if you're planning to take one, heaven forbid you are in one, secure some profits if you have a chance. I just really comfortably think here that we're due for a correction to the downside still. Although we've already seen kind of a correction too. So it depends on how you look at it, really. Either way, I think 62.8 is inevitable and 60.5 is also a distinct probability. Those are my thoughts here. I hope I'm wrong and the price goes up, because then again, our bags will be looking a lot better at that point. But between now and then, it's probably best to expect the worst and hope for the best, right? And to expect the price to pull back, because there's a lot of bearish divergences on smaller time frames. So those all stack up to a larger, more macro bearish divergence too, which again isn't going to take away from us being bullish in the overall sense, but it is going to, fill these fair value gaps, so to speak, that are below the price action because there was too much increase without any correction. Cool. All right, folks, hope that makes sense. Thanks again so much for watching. Again, join us over on Twitter, Telegram, Discord, YouTube, TikTok Shorts now as well. Kind of some fun stuff there. So check it out in your own time. I appreciate you watching and hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.